What's up, you crazy pipe smokers? Man, I was playing Harlow, smoking some Dunhill early morning pipe in Chris Morgan Blackjack, cherry wood. Can't see the logo there. White stem. One of my all-time favorite tobaccos. Dunhill early morning pipe. Thought I was out, did some reorganizing. I ran across something the other day, so now we're smoking it again. Love this stuff. Drinking some coffee. Folgers in my cup. That's right, Mama Bradley. Folgers. Now, I just went to make this video outside in the good light and the sunshine, and it was real nice light, but it was nice. I sat down and started to make the video, and it got windy all of a sudden. So, wind ain't gonna work for this video. So I moved it inside, not the best lighting. I need to get some more lights. I've got a desk lamp here, it's kind of shining in my face. You can probably see it right there. It helps a little bit, but I need more light in my pipe room. But I'll get to that later. Now, since I've started pipe smoking, well, even before I started pipe smoking, I always had an interest in lighters. I've always been fascinated with lighters, and I never really had any lighters because I didn't need them because I didn't smoke. But then I started smoking a pipe, and then I started collecting lighters. I love lighters. I don't know what it is, I really enjoy lighters. I use anything from Zippo. Got a few Zippos. I use a lot of butane lighters. My Bic, I mean I even use daggum matches. I use it all. But today we're not gonna talk much about Zippos. I do like Zippos. I use Zippos a lot when I'm outside and it's windy, especially when I'm smoking a corn cob, because with a Zippo, I seem to tend to kind of burn the rim a little bit, because I'm not as accurate with the flame on a Zippo as I am a butane lighter. So if I'm smoking a corn cob, I'm probably using a Zippo, especially if it's outside. And I'll use it with briars too. I mean, heck, I use it with a meerschaum. I used it last night on a meerschaum. I don't do it all the time. That's out of fluid. Anyway, okay, so butane lighters. You can buy all kinds of different ones. The video is pretty much going to be about just giving you some tips that a lot of people probably don't know when it comes to butane lighters. We're going to start with the Bic. Bic is probably the most reliable and most consistent lighter you're going to buy. I don't care. It's just that Bics never mess up. Every time. You're never going to not have a flame. It don't matter. Every time it's going to light until it's out of fluid. If you hold the button down, it's going to light every single daggum time until it runs out of fluid. It's your most reliable, most consistent lighter you're going to be able to buy is butane. And I love them. I love Bics, but sometimes you don't want to use a Bic. You want to do something a little bit more fancier, you know? When I first started smoking a pipe, I bought this Zycar little pipe lighter. Put the fire button up here. You got pipe tools built into it. I can get them out. Good little lighter. 50 bucks. Get this little Zycar lighter. Not bad at all. They will wear out. As you can see, that doesn't even fold down in there anymore. I've had this since I started smoking a pipe. I've used it a lot, and I've got it out of fluid right now, but it's been a pretty good little lighter. The good thing about Zycar is, if anything happens to this lighter, all you do is send it back in. I've yet to do it. I've got 2 Zycar lighters I need to send in. I've heard great things. You send it in, they'll either fix it or they'll bring you a new lighter. Most of the time they send you a brand new lighter. So that's a good thing. It's lifetime warranty. It's kind of like a Zippo. You got a problem with a Zippo, send that thing in, you're going to get a new one or it's going to be fixed. So that's awesome. I've also bought after I bought this one, I had this one for quite a while, and I'll explain it here in a minute. Then I got the Zycar Scribe lighter, which is a very cool lighter. Very handy lighter. It's very efficient. I like it. You can just clip it in your shirt pocket. It's very small. It's lightweight. I carry a lot of things in my pockets, so sometimes I don't have room for a lighter. And this works great. You just pull it apart. That begins butane fuel flow. What's going on here? Where's my hand at? You can see it's pulled apart there. Got a little flint system at the top. Just flick it and go. Great little lighter. It's even also got a sight glass to show how much butane is in it. Now, I've also bought a old boy lighter, style lighter. This is a Peterson brand. I love this lighter. It's been my favorite lighter. It's a great lighter. Now, So let's say you went and bought a lighter. Maybe you went and bought one of these iCar lighters. They filled it up for you. You started using it. Man, it worked awesome. It worked awesome. It worked awesome. Then say you had used it for a couple of weeks. Stops firing. You know, like, oh, maybe it's out of fluid. Or maybe you're lighting it and all of a sudden you get a flame that comes out this long. You're like, whoa. Well, you're about out of fluid. Most time, if you're getting big, huge flames like that, you need different fluid. And from my experience, you need better fluid. I've been using butane lighters and torches for probably 10 years. I haven't been using them much for, you know, obviously I haven't had any pipe smoking related ones, but I've been using butane a lot for my job. I use a butane torch, a small torch to solder with. Different tips I can put on it and stuff. If that flame gets real big, most time it's just, what I've determined is since I've used a better fluid, I've never had that issue when it goes to run out. It may get a little bit bigger and then it's gone. Then you're out of fluid, okay? So then you take your butane, you flip it over, you fill your butane up, you lock up your butane. You start using it, it works okay. But then it seems to not work every once in a while. And you're like, oh, what the crap? It's not working. It's not working. And then, oh, there it is. Okay, good. We're good. You know, all right. Use it for another couple weeks, it's empty. You fill it up again. Now it's even worse. You're like, oh, dadgummit, thing ain't working. Dadgum piece of crap. Dadgummit. Well, 80% chance of the time, it probably ain't the lighter. It may be how you're filling it up. Now, when you fill up a butane lighter, you got to be sure to bleed it. And I've talked to this to several different people who's bought butane lighters, and they're like, what do you mean bleed it? I'm like, they didn't explain that to you when you bought it? I'm like, no. I'm like, okay. They didn't explain it to me when I bought it either, but I already known from working with other butane products. Just like any other system with fluid, you got to bleed out there before you fill it back up with fuel, pretty much. If you don't, you're going to get inconsistent operation. Plain and simple. On the bottom, sorry guys, this is probably going to suck. On the bottom, you got your fill port right here, right? Okay. This is where you fill it, obviously. Most time there's an adjuster. Let's put the pipe down so I can talk faster. There's an adjusting screw there to adjust the height of your flame. What I'll do, check tools work great. Everybody's got a check tool if you smoke a pipe, more than likely. Check tools work great. Now, some check tools will have this to be at a sharp point. Very sharp point. Okay? If it's got a sharp point, don't use it, because you're going to probably screw up your fuel port. And you do not want to screw up your fill port, your fuel port. There you go, fuel port. You don't want to screw that up, trust me. What I did is I cut the end of mine off. And some of these will come that way, because I don't use the aerator much anyway. And if I do need the aerator on this, it's still pointy enough to do the job in my pipe. I'll take that aerator. You're going to stick it down here, right where your fill port is. There's a little spring back in there. You just push it down. Did you hear that? Air released. Push it down, hold it till you hear the air quit leaking. Now, if you got a fuel lighter, be careful. A full lighter, be careful, because it's gonna throw butane all over the place. Butane gets cold when it releases. It will actually freeze your lighter. It's gonna burn you. Be careful. Don't do this with a full lighter. It's only when you're done. When it's out of butane, you gotta empty it, you gotta refill it. You heard the psh. Let's do it with another lighter. Let's listen for the air escaping. Let's hold it down till it quits hissing. Pretty much it. You've got all the air out of that lighter now. There's nothing in here. So now, we take our butane, our lighter's upside down with the fill port pointing upwards. Do not shake your butane. Do not do it. All you're doing is mixing crap into it. Don't do that. Just flip it over, insert it, push it down. Some lighters you can do it like this and hold down until it starts running out and it's full. Some you can't. That's enough for now. We're just doing a demonstration. I could keep going. This will hold a lot of fluid. A lot of people will. No, you just got a bunch more air in your system again. In my opinion. If I do that, it's inconsistent. It will not work properly. That's what I found. Now we got bam, we got fire. We got good fire. Use good fluid. Use good fluid. You don't put crap gas in your car. Don't put crap gas in your lighter. I'm still testing this Lucien fluid. It's done okay. I think I prefer the Zycar. I think I've had better results using the Zycar fluid. It's a little bit more expensive, but I bought this whole can pretty cheap. And you buy a can of butane this big, y'all, it's gonna last y'all for a while. It really will. This will last a long time. But I'm still trying out this Lucien stuff. They had it on sale at a pipe shop I was at, and I said I'll give it a try. The main thing you're after is you want to know how many times it's been filtered. You want a butane that's been filtered a lot. Like this one up here says 0 impurities. Well, probably not. It's probably got some 0. This probably has some. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Near 0 impurities. Not 0. It's about impossible to get all of it out. So you still got some of that junk in there. That's why you don't want to shake it. You don't want to shake that crap up. It'll kind of, when you flip it over, all that junk kind of comes to the top. To my recollection, it's lighter. It's lighter than the butane. It'll go to the top. Don't shake it up. You don't need to shake it up. Just flip it over and go to town. You want a butane that's been filtered numerous times. This has been filtered 7 times. Anything less than 5, I would not put an expensive lighter, because if you take this lighter and you put crap fluid in it, Zycar says put Zycar in it. You can put, as long as it's good fluid, they're gonna know. If you put crap fluid, you go buy some cheap butane from the gas station, put in this, they're gonna know. If you send it in, it's gonna be all gummed up. I've taken these lighters apart. They get gummy. They get nasty. They will with cheap fluid. I've tried it. It's not worth it. I bought this for $5 on sale for $5. I think it normally sells for 12, so 12 bucks right there. This will last you years. It's worth it. It's worth it when you're, lighter's investment. You pay 50 bucks for this lighter, you want it to last. Okay. Now, I have found an issue with my old boy. This is a Peterson old boy lighter. It is not made by Zycar. A lot of people have said this is made by Zycar. It is not made by Zycar. This is Japanese made. The reason I bought this pipe lighter, it retails for $125. I paid $51.80 for it. Brand new. Well, it had been used one time. A dude bought it. He didn't much care for the style of it. He used it for like half a day and brought it right back to the pipe shop the same day. He said, I just don't like it. Is there anything we can do? And they just swapped out. He got a different style lighter. So they couldn't sell it as brand new. It's the only reason I bought this lighter was because of the price and because of that gorgeous little P on it. I love Petersons. I'm a Peterson collector. Y'all know that. If I were to spend this kind of money on a lighter, I would not buy a Peterson. The reason being, for pretty much the same price, you can go buy an Corona Old Boy, and you're going to get a good warranty with it. These don't have hardly any warranty on them, unfortunately. I need to do some more research, but from what I've found, it's like a year. After a year, if this thing breaks on me, I'm done. I'm screwed. I've lost it. If I can't fix it myself, then I'm out of money. Go ahead and go with the Corona style. I've never owned a Corona that's out of my price range. I cannot afford a $125 lighter. 50 is probably about my max for a lighter that I want to spend. But I love these lighters. They're extremely reliable. Hold all kinds of fluid. I can go a month without refilling this. Huge tank. It does not have a sight glass on it, but I found butanes with sight glasses, they don't work too well. I mean, some of them do. This one works great. This sight glass here works great on this lighter, but most of them don't. I've had several lighters in the past that had sight glasses on. I just didn't like them. If you do have a problem, you're going to feel this the exact same way. Still got the fuel port at the bottom. You also have a bleeder, or your flame adjustment right here to the my left. To the left of the fill port. You're going to do it the same way. Now, if you do have one of these lighters, I don't know if Corona brand's made like these or not. I've never held one. I highly doubt it's identical. You see this place here at the fuel port where you got a spot for a screwdriver. This can get loose over time, just beating around in your pocket. You can shake your lighter and you may hear it tink, 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 tink. You may hear a little rattle to it or something. If you pick your light and hear a rattle, that's loose. Tighten that up. It may need a little bit of snugging. Stuff's going to get loose over time. It's just how it is. Another thing that's going to get loose is up here with your flint, your scroll wheel. Hold your scroll wheel on. There's a screw right here. It's going to get loose over time. Don't need to be tight. Just snug it up a bit. This is a flint operated system. Take this screw right here out. Big long spring. There's your flint in there. Just use Zippo flints. I've been using Zippo flints for it. Work great. If you do have a problem with your lighter, I ran into a problem with this lighter the other day, and it was not working very well. I was like, well, it's probably gunked up. I've never cleaned it. And sure enough, that's what it was. You've got anytime your lid's open, you got fuel flow. Fuel is flowing right now. Watch. See? Fuel's flowing. Anytime my lid's open, fuel's flowing. I can just... So don't leave your lids open too long because they'll run out of fluid. You see this hole right here? Maybe. Probably not. It's too microscopic. S5 Galaxy forward-facing camera sucks boom tower. There's a little hole right here out your outlet. There's a little bitty hole. That's where your butane comes out at. Right there. It comes out right here, okay? This was all extremely gunky. And what was happening is I had a lot of buildup, a lot of carbon deposits from flame and stuff building up right in here, okay? And that was throwing the flame. What was happening was my flint was getting, my spark was getting thrown. It was just kind of going around that carbon and not hitting getting where it needed to be in front of the fuel. Okay, that's all it was. I got to noticing my flame was back here on the backside. My spark. It was just kind of, it was weird. It just had so much gunk in here that it couldn't let the spark get to the fuel. So it was just kind of, it's taking the path of least resistance and it's falling out over here somewhere, and it was not getting towards the fuel. It's good to go. And these lighters are extremely reliable. This has been a very extremely reliable lighter. Very often does it not light on the first pull. Okay, great lighter, absolutely great. But like I said, if you can get a good deal on one, buy it. If not, then I'd look into the Coronas. I think they're probably a much better quality lighter and warranty on them. Trick with these butane lighters with the triggers. It's not gonna light. You're not gonna do nothing with that. Yep, I'm getting lucky. Do it real quick first, it ain't gonna do it. Okay. The reason being is a lot of people will get their lighter in there and oh man, it's not lighting. But after about the 5th pull, it's lighting. That's because it's got fuel flowing now. Slow. With a trigger action lighter, you gotta go slow with it. Let that fuel get to flowing. If you go fast, now it's going because I've had it sitting. You should let this thing sit and just do that, it's not gonna light. Guarantee it. Reason being is not on the first pull. It may be the 2nd or 3rd pull. You gotta get that fluid up there close to that to the spark, and for it to be ready. You know what I mean? What's happening is you're sparking before the fuel gets there, and when you do it real fast, it ain't gonna light because now it's okay. Now we got fuel flowing. I'm still flowing fuel right now. See? Anytime you got that trigger down, it's flowing fuel. Even though it didn't light. Even though it didn't light that one time, I've still got fuel flowing. So now I'm getting fuel up there with my spark. Next time it's gonna bam, fire right up. So all you gotta do is go slow with it. Let that fuel get to flowing. It's gonna light almost every time. Almost every time. This lighter does need to be sent off. It's getting kind of gunky. This one will be one that's getting sent off. I've never sent it off, but it's been used for 2 years. It needs to be sent off now. But all right, there's my tips on lighters. Hope that helps. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's okay. I am a crazy pipe smoker. But if you're using butane lighters, hopefully this helped you out some. If you knew all this, and if you know more than I do, that's great. Put in the comments that I'm stupid. That's cool too. Y'all keep that smoker rolling. We'll holler at you.